I drank it way too fast. Excuse me. I almost choked and died right when the stream started. So if you want to meme that video, you can if you want. I took a sip right before it started, and I guess I drank too fast. What's up, guys? Fears, audience fears. I'm decked out with all my Star Wars stuff. Empire Strikes Back, and then my buddy made me this T-shirt, and I got it at a con, and I supported his business. Plus, I just love stormtroopers, all different stormtroopers, all the way. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, have you got a large or an extra large in that?" And he was like, "Don't worry, Fierce, I can hook you up." And I went, "Sweet." Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. And you know what? I should have started streaming over there, but I just sat down because I'm so used to just sitting down here. So I apologize. So today will be here. Tomorrow will be probably over there. Anyway, let's open up the chat, shall we? Lots to talk about. We got 3 movies to review. And today's movies are Star Wars Episode 1. That's going to be a good review. The remake of Psycho. Oh, yeah. And then Tales from the Dark Side. Oh, man. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So, yeah. I was going to edit last night, but I was like, you know what? I haven't reviewed a lot of movies in a while. So I said, I'll do 3. So I just kept watching movies until I had to go to work. So there it is. So good to see everybody. Let me open up that chat. There we are. And I believe Richie just finished his chat, his live stream a little while ago. I missed it, so I apologize, Richie, for missing your show. There we are. So good to see. There we go. All right, switch from top chat to live chat. Thank you for the like. We got 3 people watching. Awesome. Awesome. So I got some exciting news, you guys. So I woke up, went to the post office. I just want to let you guys know, I cannot wait to hear from my mom. I talked to my mom today, but I cannot wait to hear from my mom tomorrow because I got her a really nice Valentine's Day gift. So, Mom, I hope you like your Valentine's Day gift tomorrow. And my mom called me today, and this is really cool. She said, "Hey, John," she goes, "your aunt, my Aunt Donna, wants to give me something from my Grandpa Fears. Because now that my grandma has passed away, she's kind of asking people, like, what stuff does people want from my Grandpa Fears and my Grandma Fears? Because now, unfortunately, my Grandpa Fears, he passed away in 93, and then my grandma passed, just this year. So, my mom's going to send me something really cool from my grandpa. I don't know what it is, but my mom's like, just look out. I'm not going to tell you. It's a surprise. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, I can't wait to see what item from my grandpa that my mom's gonna send. So not my British grandfather, my good old Grandpa Fears. So, and fun fact, Grandpa Fears is in Fears Man. In the 4th one when he's flying around. Well, there's a certain scene where I said, "Hey, Randall," I said, in honor of my grandfather, I said, if I give you a picture of my grandfather, Randall, I said, can you make a cartoon version of my grandpa and just stick him in the background somewhere? And he goes, "Yeah, Fears." He goes, "You know what?" He goes, "Fears, you know that place that you told me about in Missouri, like where you and your grandpa would always go fishing? I go, oh yeah. I'm like, me and my grandpa would always go to Lost Valley Lake Resort, this big camping area, way in the forest of Missouri. I don't even remember what town it was. Randall's like, yeah, Fears, I'll just download a picture of Lost Valley Lake. He goes, and I'll put your grandpa either by a lake, when Fears Man flies by. And I said, oh, well, Randall, I said, can you find a picture of the actual dock by the lake that me and my grandpa would fish at? And he goes, yeah, I can find that. Randall found the dock, and I said, yeah. I said, just put my grandfather on the dock as Fears Man flies by. So that was a nice little tribute. So whatever it is, my mom's going to send me something of my grandpa, a nice little keepsake. But she's like, I'm not going to tell you what it is, John. I said, that's cool, Mom. I said, surprise me. So, yeah. Anyway, wow. Last weekend, guys, was, man, it was a busy weekend. Very, very busy weekend. I got my healthy snack right here. I got some grapes. Me and Randall hung out with the amazing Larry. The amazing Larry. Man, what a nice dude. It was an honor. It was an honor to meet Larry. It was an honor to meet you. And, man, Larry loved Friar Tuck's. I was like, hey, what do you think of the restaurant? And he was like, oh, Fears, I love it. So we went to Friar Tuck's. We played pool. Larry beat me in pool. He beat me in pool by one ball. By one ball. So not too bad. But I'll be honest, I haven't played pool in a while. But unfortunately, we did not get in the golf game this time. So, but for good reason, though. For good reason. I said, Larry, your responsibility as a dad is to go watch your daughter do her cheerleading competition. I said, me and Randall will be here always. So hopefully next time Larry comes on the next trip, that's when we can get the golf match in. So, yeah. And I am going to respect Larry. He said, well, Fears, every time we hung out, he had his daughter's cheerleading shirt on, and he said, that's why I don't want to be in this vlog. And I said, okay, so I'm not going to put him in this vlog. But he said, next time when I come without my daughter, then probably he'll be in that next vlog. And I said, okay. Yo, Shadow Collector, he says, JK. I don't know what you're on about. What does JK mean, Shadow Collector? Hey, Richie, what's up? Good to see you. But shout out to the Shadow Collector. By the way, follow his channel, guys. Man, if you love my movie collection, then you'll love Shadow Collector's movie collection by far. So, I mean, one collection isn't better than the other, but me and Jason probably have the most movies in the community. By far. Wouldn't you say, Jason? By far. I don't think anyone touches a candle to me and Jason when it comes to the movies. So yeah. Oh, it got deleted. I put a middle finger emoji. Oh, in the Discord? Hang on. I didn't see it. Hang on. Let me have a look. I was in there not really fighting with Quentin. Quentin doesn't believe me that I played Metal Gear Solid. It's not the first one. The first one was for the regular Nintendo. I've never played that one. The original Nintendo one. But Quentin, I swear on my life, on my father's grave, I have played Metal Gear Solid 1 on PlayStation 1. Me and my brother would play it all the time, and he just doesn't believe me. And I was like, you can believe whatever you want, but the truth is, me and my brother have played it, you know? So, Anyway, let me... No, in the chat here. Oh, I didn't delete it. I did not delete it, Jason. So somebody else must have deleted it. I didn't delete it. I don't see it. So, I didn't delete it, buddy. I promise you. I did not delete it. I didn't even see a middle finger. That's why I was kind of confused. So, yeah. Richie says, hi, Shadow Collector. How's it going? Let's see. Shadow Collector says, I've seen the dude's collection. It's pretty legit. He has a great... Oh, nice. He's got a great collection. Well, I'll take your word for it, because I've seen... Actually, no, I have seen it. He made a video. He made a video on his... I think he made a video on his collection. Hang on, let me go to his channel. I'm pretty sure I've seen that video. I'm pretty sure, Jason, I've seen that video. Let me see. Because I know the dude made a... I don't know if it was like a nerd haul. He either made a nerd haul video or he showed off his collection. So let me see if I can find it, because I'm pretty damn sure I've seen that video, because I am subscribed to the dude. So I just haven't looked at his channel in a while. But I know when you brought that up, Jason, I was like, I know I've seen his collection. Oh yeah, the dude's DVD room tour. He made that 3 years ago. Yep, I've seen it. Yep, he does. I forgot about that video. It's like 5 minutes and 52 seconds. So if you guys want to check it out on the Dude 44464, it's called the Dude's DVD Room Tour. I've seen it. I just haven't seen it in a while. So I think what I may do is, Jason, I may watch that video right after the stream, because I haven't seen it in such a long time. But from the picture, from his thumbnail, it looks like he's got a pretty. It looks like he's got a pretty legit collection. So yeah, YouTube probably deleted it. Probably, I'm like, I swear, Scout's Honor, I did not delete it. So yeah, I saw it when I stayed with him last summer. That's cool. Yeah, I know you guys hung out. I know you guys have hung out at least once, right? That's pretty cool. So I know he has like a total like nerd cave. I mean, I just put my nerd cave all through my house, but I know he has like one room dedicated. And I think the one in the video, actually he's got two nerd caves. He's got one in Chicago, because he's from Chicago, and then he's got one in California, because I think he still lives in California. I think he doesn't work in the film industry anymore, but I know he works somewhere else, but I think he still lives in California. I think the one in the video is his nerd collection in Chicago, if memory serves me right. I could be wrong on that. If I am wrong, correct me, because I can't remember because I remember in the video he said he's visiting his mom or something, and I know he said, I've got one collection in Chicago and one collection in I may be. Like, again, I haven't watched the video in such a long time. So, anyway, that's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool that he's got, like, a legit epic movie collection. I'd say us three, then. The dude, me, and you. We're, like, the big movie collectors of the community. So, yeah, he had me sleep on his couch, though. So you're a better host than him. At least you offer your bed. I mean, I try to be a good host, my friend. The thing is Larry was so busy with his daughter's cheerleading competition, he would just come over and hang out. He didn't stay once here. But when Tommy came to stay with me, I slept on the couch and Tommy took my bed. So I just try and be the best host I possibly can be, my friend. You know, because if Tommy and Larry made that entire trip just to see little old me, that's the least I can do, you know? So it was just an honor to meet them. Larry is so cool. So cool. So down to earth, so chill, so nice. Very cool. He loves his family like just as much as I love my family. Very nice guy. It was an honor to meet him. And like I said, Larry, come on back the next trip without your daughter, and then we can get that golf match in, buddy. So it was so cool to finally, finally meet him. In fact, let's give Larry, let's give him a call, because he did write to me last night, very late before I went to work, and said, "Hey, Fears, I just want to let you know that I got home safe and sound." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's good, buddy." I'm glad you made it, safe and sound home. So yeah. So let me just give him a call. He may not pick up. He may be at work. Most likely he's at work. But anyway, Larry, when you watch this back, buddy, dude, very nice guy. Very nice guy. Anyway, you looked uncomfortable when he joked about kissing you. Good night. Yeah, that was a little weird. That was very weird. Larry's got kind of a kooky sense of humor. That was very weird. Because I'm like, okay, you're a man. I'm a man. We're buddies, but don't kiss me. Not at all. I don't mind maybe a hug or something, like, hey, or a pat on the shoulder, but no kiss. But you are correct, Jason. I was probably more than a little uncomfortable, but I understood it was a joke, but I was just like, I hope he's kidding. So yeah. Anyway, today's topics are, I just want to cover all my basics because Jeff wants me to promote the shit out of this. And I said, Jeff, I will be a good friend. Absolutely, I will promote it because I'm very excited. I mean, beyond belief excited for his Super RetroCon. Jeff, no offense, Jeff, because I know Jeff watches my shit. Jeff, I love every single one of your shows. I'm not saying that all the other shows suck. I'm not saying that. I love all the shows. But Jeff, my favorite show, and everybody should go to this because it's so big. Over 100 celebrities show up. Around there. I think last year he had about around 70 or 80 celebrities. Jeff said he's going all out this year. And over 1,000 vendors. I think last year he had 550. Is from my memory of what Jeff said. It was somewhere. If it wasn't 500, it was 550. I think this year Jeff said over 1,000 vendors. So it's going to be going nuts. And that is the Super RetroCon. It's going to be in Tampa, Florida, from March 27th to the 24th. You know what? Instead of guessing, I'll just go on the website because if I go on the website, it'll tell me right away how many vendors are showing up. Because I don't want to mislead you guys. I want to tell you guys the actual information. I'm just going by memory. So let me go on the website. So, because I would love to hang out with all my fans at Jeff's convention. So if you guys can make it out, please come. Show your support. Go to my friend Jeff's convention. It's such an amazing convention. So here, let me just go to the actual page, because then I can tell you guys the actual information. So yeah, that's what I should have did in the first place. So I apologize. I was trying to do it by memory though. So if my memory was off, I apologize. All right. So it says Super RetroCon, March 22nd to the 24th, a 3-day con. So mark it on your calendars. It's in Tampa. It's called Super RetroCon. And let me scroll down. The convention that just passed was February 11th. Me and Randall went to that one. And Randall had not been to a convention, I think, in 22 years. Something like that. Randall said it had been about 20 years since he had been to another convention. And I said, Randall, did you have fun? He goes, oh yeah, Fears. He goes, I can understand why you would like these cons. And I said, oh yeah. I said, I love them. So my good friend Keith Coogan from Toy Soldiers and Adventures in Babysitting Land. Adventures in Babysitting and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I've met Keith twice so far, so Keith Coogan is definitely coming. So I'm looking forward to interviewing him again, talking with him again, getting some footage, because it's always a pleasure interviewing him, hanging out, and getting an autograph and a photo. He's so nice, so cool. So let's see. Let me grab the other information. I don't know if he's... Oh, here we go. Facebook event page. This will say it. So, 3 days of awesome Super RetroCon, March 22nd through the 24th, 2024, Friday through Sunday, and it's in Tampa, Florida. And let's see here. It says Super RetroCon is back for 2024 in Tampa. Everything from 2023 is coming back, plus more. New date and other events are happening. Friday, it's from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then Jeff on his page said, could change from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Then if you buy the VIP party, the VIP party is from 6 to 10 p.m. And then on Sunday, the hours are 10 to 4. And it says, this year, we have everything from 2023 coming back. But what's new is Super RetroCon a costume contest, Super Retro Museum, where Jeff told me he's going to set up a museum of everything retro, and you can walk through this little museum in the convention center. So I'm looking forward to that. Club RetroCon, you can sign up and be in an exclusive club that Jeff told me you get constant new updates. And I was like, well, you can get all those updates on the Facebook and your website. And Jeff said, well, it's going to be kind of like an underground super club, like where like Jeff hosts party, and if you're not a part of that club, then you can't come. And he goes, but Fears, he goes, you don't even have to join the club. He goes, you can come whenever you want. I was like, well, thanks, buddy. More video games and pinball, retro photo shoots, new celebrity guest, lots more to announce coming soon. So, it is a bit away, but that's all he has on his Facebook and his website so far. But you can buy the tickets in advance. So, be sure to get those tickets in advance. I'm going to buy them in about a week or two. So I am really looking forward to it, guys. And I love the poster that Jeff made up. It looks like super like what was that Miami show that I don't remember that Miami show, but in the 80s. It's fading me. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks very Miami, the poster that Jeff made. And it's got Super RetroCon. It's all pink and blue, super 80s colors. And I'm going to wear my Super RetroCon t-shirt that I bought yesterday. Last year. Not yesterday. Last year. To at least one day out of the con. Then I'll probably wear some of my jerseys of like the 80s shit. But it's going to be total 80s t-shirts all through the weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. So, You can go to Florida Toy Shows and Expos.com, buy those tickets there, or just go to the Facebook page and buy tickets there. Florida Toy Shows and Expos, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion, that's his best show out of all the other ones. I'm not saying that all the other shows are not great. Every single show is great. So if you want to take a photo of the schedule, there it is. There we are. So lots of events coming up here soon, guys. Fears is going to be pretty busy, not only going to these events, but editing these events. So bear with me on the editing. So yeah. I think some guys just joke about gay stuff more comfortably than others. This is true, Jason. I have nothing against gay people, but when a guy says, "Hey, Fears, do you want to kiss?" Obviously, that's going to make me a little like, no, I don't. Not at all. You know? So. But yeah, it seems like Jeff is updating his website more often now because he's got more pictures up. He's got more information up. He's always telling me that the website is a work in progress. And, I mean, it looks great, but he definitely puts more information up on Facebook. But, hey, I was like, Jeff, as long as you get the information up, who cares? As long as people can get the information, buy the tickets, it doesn't matter really what social media you use, as long as you get the information up there. Let's see. I think this is a museum. I think. Meat privilege. No, let's check out this guy's website. I mean, his profile, not his website. No content. No content. I think this is museum. I'm not 100% sure. It could be. But as long as you behave yourself, I will allow you to say. And he says, hey, I talked to Black Aldrin. Oh, you talked to that shithead? Well, there it is. Mostly the Mockingbird hates Black Aldrin. So, well, tell Black Aldrin that Fears Man is about to demolish Black Aldrin in the cartoon. Black Aldrin is going to die in the cartoon in a major way. So, next time you see Black Aldrin, tell him, because Black Aldrin was my very first troll ever, that I'm going to honor him by killing him in the cartoon. Or is Black Aldrin really dead in episode 5? I don't know. You'll have to tune in and find out whenever Randall gets done with it, which is, we're very close. We're very close. He sends his regards. Oh, I'm sure he does. We'll tell him, fuck you, and Fear says hello. So tell him that. Tell him, fuck you, and Fear says hello. So there it is. There it is. So yeah. Anyway, Richie, I'm sorry that I did not check out your show earlier, buddy. So yeah. Let's see. I cooked roast pork last night. Nice. It's repeating on me. Any recommendations? Listen, anytime you can eat pork, that's a good day. That's a good day. I like pork. Pork's very nice. Pork is a very good meat. Fears doesn't know how to cook a lot, but I know how to grill. I love grilling. My best buddy Eric showed me how to grill, and my dad. So I know how to grill. I can grill hot dogs, hamburgers, steaks, chicken, whatever. Oh yeah. So grilling has never been a problem. Grilling has never been a problem for the Fears Man. So yeah, Richie, you kicked me out of your Discord because I posted a video that was circulating around. Oh Lord. Well, what video was that, if you don't mind me asking? Richie, I'm not trying to start shit. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. Well, Richie, listen, we're buddies. Don't feel bad, because in LC's Discord and in Randall's Discord, they're always posting videos of Fears. But it's okay. Usually it's videos of my own content, and then they've shortened it into like a little meme video, and I just put all those videos on my TikTok, and my TikTokers and my TikTok fans, they love it. So it's actually a win-win. Like the other day, or I'm sorry, not the other day, today, I downloaded a video of me going, yeah, coffee, woo! And then like me sipping coffee and going, yeah, I love coffee. That's going to be my next TikTok video. Or one of my next ones. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win for everybody. So, Richie, I wouldn't worry about that video. I don't know what the video is of Richie, but Richie, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yo, Visions, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Visions, I think this is Museum. I'm not 100% sure. He calls himself Meat Museum. Meat Museum. So there it is. I also got an email. My Exum Vision products are on the way, so thank you very much, Visions. Someone's texted me. I'm going to have to look at it real quick. But I got 2 t-shirts and a pin. And I got some limited edition. So, Visions, I hope you don't mind me telling everybody what I got. I got 2 Predator t-shirts, and then I got a Fuck You pin. And you guys know, I like the little tiny pins. They're about that big around, so about that big. And you guys can probably see them. You see all those pins right there on my backpack? I just, the bigger pins I put on, see, the bigger pins I put, like, right there. The tiny pins, the tiny ones, about that big around, right there. So I just keep adding to the collection. Just keep adding to it. So I got the Predator poster t-shirt. Then there's another one that says, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Classic movie line. And I love the Predator. That's like one of the first, like, I don't know if it was the first the first action movie that I watched with my dad, but it definitely was one of the first ones. Me and my dad watched Star Trek together, Punisher. I'm sorry, not Punisher. Star Trek, the Predator, all the RoboCops. My dad loved RoboCop. All the Rambos. My dad loved Rambo. I love Rambo. Some of the Dirty Harry movies. I've watched some with my dad. I need to watch the rest. So, as soon as I saw that shirt, I was like, oh, it's $12. Well, it's 12 with tax. It's 11 something. So, goodbye. Because Visions was like, well, Fears, they're only going to last for, about a week or two. I was like, oh, I said, well, then I'll just buy them right now. Problem solved. So there it is. Richie says it was a troll video, and the video is taken down with me at a band. Well, there you go, Richie. Problem solved. So, yeah. So, but I'll be honest, Richie, knocking on wood, I don't get too many troll videos these days. Fingers crossed. Knocked on wood. I hope I didn't, shoot myself in the ass. But every once in a while, Richie, one pops up. And normally 11 times out of 12, I can get the video taken down. Every once in a while, YouTube is a son of a bitch and sides with the idiot trolls. Don't let it bother you. Like I said, they post a lot of shit in LC's Discord and Randall's Discord. I just take those little meme videos and I just upload them on my TikTok because half the time they're hilarious. Like the coffee one, the recent one was fucking hilarious. He goes, and even the troll was like, hey, Fears, here you go. I watched it. It's like 10 seconds and I went, oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. That's the next TikTok video, or I said some shit like that. So, yeah. Vision says you took your concert video down, Richie. I'll be honest, Richie. I would love to see Richie at a concert. Now, Richie, I don't know. I don't know what this video is about. I've never seen this video. But if you were fucking jamming out at a concert, with your wild hippie hair all floating around and shit, with the beard flowing in the wind and shit, that would have been a cool video. So I wouldn't have took that video down. But if it was a troll video, then I understand, Richie, because I've took many troll videos down, so I understand. So yeah, let's see. There you go. Richie says, museum, you can come back on the Discord. You were not banned in the server. Well, that's good. That's good. Shadow Collector says, wow, visions. I see how it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck you, Jason. You piece of shit. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking around. Just joking. I'm just joking around. And then Vision says, what the hell are you talking about, Shadow Collector? Actually, he says, what's that, Shadow Collector? Oh, shit, Shadow Collector. Starting shit in the chat. Unbelievable. You know what? That's it. You're fucking gone. I'm blocking you. Fuck you, Shadow Collector. Fuck you. Fuck you and your Blu-ray collection. That's right. Fucking shit starter. I have got my finger on this goddamn block button. I swear to God, you piece of shit. No, I'm just playing around. Now, the old fears would have just been like, fuck you, you're gone. But the new fears, I make jokes. I'm just joking around. I actually am getting better at taking jokes. Oh, guys, you wouldn't want to have met Fears back in his 20s and in high school. I could never take a joke. Now I can take jokes. But back then, if Jason would have gave Fears the middle finger, I would have been like, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. I only block people in my... I either erase comments or block people nowadays if it's something about my family or about, one of my close personal friends, or if it's something extremely vile, that's when I get rid of it. But normally, if it's none of those things, then I just let the chat flow and have a good time, So yeah. Let's see. Jason gives Visions the middle finger emoji. Oh, shit. Whoops. Hello, Shadow Collector, the #1 collector of the Steelbooks. You know what? I will give him that, Visions. I'm probably the Blu-ray master, but the Steelbooks, Jason's the master. Holy shit. He's got way more Steelbooks. I've got a couple of Steelbooks, but Jason has got every fucking Steelbook imaginable. I mean, he's got a shit ton. So, yeah. Richie says, the band video is still up on my channel. The troll who copied it, that's taken down. Okay. So the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Shadow Collector says, I know the Fears in his 20s, yelling at me for hiding his Indiana Jones jacket. Oh, God. Remember that night? Whew. So, let me tell you the story. It's going to be hard to remember all the details, Jason, so if I get some of the details wrong, I'm not lying because the trolls think I lie. I don't. Just sometimes I can only remember certain pieces of the story. I think that was the night where we went to the biker bar and I tried to buy that girl. Well, I did buy the girl the beer, remember? And then I got so pissed that she didn't give me a thank you, a handhold, a cuddle, nothing. And I called her a fucking bitch or a slut or something because I remember we were filming outside. And I said, she didn't even acknowledge me. And I was like, you fucking slut. And Jason started laughing. Tim started laughing. And then we were at a gas station. This is what I can remember. We were at a gas station. And I think I had to use the restroom. And when I came back, you guys had hidden my Indiana Jones jacket, and then you and Tim were in the car, and you guys took off, and then eventually you let me back in the car. I'm trying to do it by memory. And then I remember doing a bunch of nut claps and shit in the fucking back seat, and then I wore Tim's because Tim works at an airport, and he had in his back seat some airport hat. So I took my hat off and put his little airport hat on, and that's all I can remember. So that's how I saw the night, Jason. That's as much as I can remember. I can't remember the whole night, but yeah, Jason is 100% right. I was pissed. I was like, where the fuck is my Indiana Jones jacket? And you're like, Fierce, chill out. I'm like, no, fuck you. You chill out. Give me my fucking jacket. Oh, man, it was bad. Oh, it was bad. Whew. I'm glad the fans never got to meet 22-year-old Fierce, because some days were good and some days were bad. So, yeah. Now, we were on our way to the bar. I was in the very back trunk area. You were in the front passenger seat. I grabbed your jacket from the back seat, and you looked for it, and it was gone. You were screaming at me, telling me that it was a $100 jacket. Well, it was $100. I did buy it at the Arizona Mills Mall on Black Friday. And I remember the guy saying, "Well, really, this jacket is $400, but if you're the first one to arrive," he goes, "in line," he goes, "I'm going to open up my shop at 7:00. So I got there like at 5:50, and I waited for an hour until he opened up the store, and I was the first one there because he said, "I'll give it to you for $100." And I went, "Oh, I'll be there." Because it was a replica. It was a replica jacket and it was really nice leather. I still have it back in Missouri. So yeah. But Jason, was that the same night? Was that the same night that we went to that biker bar and I tried to buy that girl? I remember she was in a really sexy white dress, and she was at the end of the bar. Remember this? And I bought her a beer or bought her some wine or whatever, and then you and Tim had already walked out into the parking lot. I remember this night. I'm wondering, was the Indiana Jones jacket the same night I called that lady a bitch and a fucking slut for not even acknowledging me? Because I remember she went like she did a kind of acknowledgement, but not, I guess in my brain, not a good enough acknowledgement. And then I was like, oh, well, fuck you, and then I walked out, and I looked at Jason. I was like, he's like, hey, Fierce, did you score? I remember in the video, you're like, hey, Fierce, did you luck out? Did you score? I was like, no. I'm like, the fucking bitch didn't even acknowledge me. I'm like, I bought her some expensive beer or wine or whatever. I said, and the fucking bitch didn't even acknowledge me. I'm like, you fucking slut. So, yeah. Okay, so it was the same night. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, so it was the same night, Jason. Okay, I got it. I just wanted to make sure. He says, yeah, you were venting in the parking lot, calling her a bitch and calling her a slut. Yeah, see, so it was the same night. So I remember a portion of the night. I just don't, I think all the venting in the parking lot was after the hiding of the Indiana Jones jacket. I pretty much got it. I just had... So I think the Indiana Jones jacket shit, that was the start of the night. And the end of the night was me venting in the parking lot with you and Tim. I called that girl I feel bad now, but I was like, that fucking bitch didn't even acknowledge me. Fuck her. I'm like, I got her some good wine, some good booze. Fuck. And then I remember singing in the video. I was like, you fucking slut. So I remember that part. I remember that part. Yep. Okay, so I got that right, and me wearing Tim's hat was while I was getting gas. See, I remember that part. You were up against the window in the back seat. Yeah, so I put my nipple. So I took my nipple and I pushed it to the glass because Tim, just to make Tim laugh, being stupid in college, I put my nipple up against the window or some shit, and then and then I was like, "Hey Tim, check this out," and I put my nipple right in the window, and then he looks over and he's all like, "Oh, fucking Fears," like shaking his head and shit. That was a funny night. that was a funny night. Again, I didn't get the order of the sequence right, but I got all the best bits in. So I did pretty good on the old memory, buddy. I just couldn't remember if the Indiana Jones jacket came before the gas station shenanigans or after or before. But Jason's got a better memory than I do. But I remember it all. But I can tell you this much: I was pissed that she did not acknowledge me. I guess she acknowledged me a little bit, and I remember I walked out, and I was like, Jason, yeah, she kind of acknowledged me. And he's like, well, what'd you expect, Fears? I'm like, I expected a lot more. I bought her a bunch of beer. I'm like, fuck that bitch. I'm like, that fucking slut. I'm like, I'm fucking pissed. And then you like Fears, calm down. I'm like, no, fuck her. I'm like, she's a fucking bitch. And I was pissed beyond belief. But for nothing, though. You know, I was just like, because any other person would be like, well, Fears, who cares? Like, yeah, you bought her a beer, whatever. But the young Fears, I was like, man, fuck her, you know? You yelled, suck on that. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I was going nuts that night, probably because I was a little drunk, because we had been drinking. So, it was quite the night, my friends. So, yeah. I know, John. I know. Couch in the background, very unprofessional. Well, not every stream is going to be over here, buddy. And I was planning to do it over there, but then I'm so used to just plopping down and sitting down here that as soon as I started the stream, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, so tomorrow I promise we'll be in a different spot, my friend. I promise. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day, though. I'm having a pretty good day. It's nice and warm out there. I checked the thermostat. I think we're at 89, so not too hot, not too cold. Kind of perfect. The wind's blowing because I took my trash out, and while I was outside, I was like, I'm like, it's a nice day, cool breeze. So not too shabby, my friends. Not too shabby at all. All right. Let's get to the first movie review. Okay, wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Tales from the Dark Side. Holy shit. Another good movie gem found by Fears. Now, no one suggested this. Fears found this all by himself. And I'm telling you, whoever does these movie covers, you guys have to admit this. The last couple of movies I've got from FYE, great artwork. Sometimes the artwork sells it for me. I don't judge a book by its cover, but because I always read the back cover to see if I'd actually like it. Sometimes when you guys have suggested something or when I've found something on my own, then before I go to FYE, I'll do a trailer reaction, like 2001: Space Odyssey. I watched it right here and was like, oh, this movie's fucking great. I can't wait to get it. And I added it to the list. So, yeah. So, and for right now, I'm going to take Vision's suggestion. I'm not going to take any more suggestions because Vision's like Fears. I would actually try to knock out some of these and knock out some of these. And I have been. Every line. So, this one's done. This one's done. This one. Creep Show 1 and 2 are done. Night of the Comet's done. Night of the Creeps is done. And The Fugitive is done. So, I'm working on it. Just sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find these. So, as soon as I get them, I'll get them off the list. But I don't want to take any more suggestions until I have more of this wiped out. You know what I'm saying? But I do thank you guys for all your suggestions. I really appreciate it. Speaking of the fans, the super chats are on. So if you guys want to give Fears a super chat, you're more than welcome to. I would appreciate it. The super stickers are on. And Fears wants to hear from you guys. The only thing that's changed is I want you guys to send Randy fan mail also. So send me and Randy fan mail to my P.O. box. Randy will respond, or me and Randy will respond. If it's both mail, so if it's mail for me, I'll respond. If it's mail to both of us, then we'll both respond. And if it's mail just to Randy, the next time I hang out with Randy, I will go deliver Randy's fan mail. So send Randy fan mail, send me fan mail. I will respond either in a live stream or in a video, but I will respond, and I want to hear from you guys. So get on it, and I can't wait to hear from my fans because I want to. So send me some fan letters if you guys want me to unbox anything. Pretty much, you can send anything within reason. Don't be sending me crazy shit, but pretty much within reason, you guys can send it. So whatever you send, whether it's a fan letter, whatever, I always try and give back to the fans. So thank you in advance to whatever you guys send. Like the last big thing I got was from Larry. Larry sent a whole box. I kid you not. It was like this tall, this wide, just filled to the brim with tons of cool shit. That's why whenever he came to visit, I was like, Larry, you do not have to send me another gift. Larry got me this big gift over there. That's Larry's gift. I haven't put it away yet. It's right there, right behind my table. So, hell yeah. So I was like, Larry, you're the man, dude. Anyway, back to this. I almost forgot to tell you guys that, so I was like, let me get that in real quick. But yeah, so I look forward to your guys' fan mail. So send the fan mail. I will respond. And thank you in advance. All right. Tales from the Dark Side. Kind of a ripoff of Tales from the Crypt, but still very good. Still very good. And I didn't even know. I did some research on this. I thought it was just a movie. It's not just a movie. The TV show came first. So the TV show came first, then the movie. So at some point, I loved this movie. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch the television show because I've never seen Tales from the Dark Side, the television show. But I googled it. I watched one TV episode on YouTube before I watched this last night, and it was pretty damn good. So, in this one, there's four like really creepy stories. The only one I didn't like the gargoyle story. That one was kind of boring. The other three, amazing. The first story was about some college kids that buy a mummy, and this one creepy, like, nerdy guy puts a curse on these bullies that bully him, and the mummy comes to life, kills all the bullies, and then kills the bully's girlfriend, like, in horrific ways. And I was like, damn. So that one was good. The second one was about some evil cat that, like, kills a bunch of people, like, in a mansion. And the most horrific scene was this cat jumps on this guy's chest. He falls down. Then this cat crawls in the guy's mouth, goes down his esophagus, in his stomach, right? And just starts tearing the shit of his, insides. And then the cat comes right out the guy's mouth. And, like, his mouth widens so the cat can rip through. And it was bloody. It was pretty damn, like, graphic. But it was a good story. I was like, holy shit. I'm like, that guy is so fucked. It's beyond belief. So the cat section was really cool. And then the third one, this, like, lady's like a housewife, and you think she's all normal, and she's all, like, preparing dinner, and she's about to, like, have a dinner party, and then it just takes a turn for the worse, sidetracks. It looks like a pantry. She opens up this pantry, and behind the pantry is this dungeon that she's made, and there's this kid, like, chained to the wall, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And come to find out, she's a witch, and she's going to cook the kid in an industrial oven, cook him and serve him as dinner at her dinner party. Well, the kid gets away, pushes her in the oven, and she pretty much just, gets caught on fire and dies. So I was like, way to go, kid. Way to kill the witch and get the fuck out of there. So yeah. Vision says, are you going to invest in a mummy, Fears? No, I am not, Visions. After watching that fucking scene, that mummy was pissed. And the best death in the whole movie was, it's a split between the mummy killing the woman, like she turns around and she's got a vase of flowers in her hand, and she looks over and she's like, oh, fucking shit. She doesn't say it, but you can tell on her face, she's like, oh shit, because the mummy is right across, like in the living room. She throws the glass jar of flowers at him. He catches it, and then he like slashes the shit out of her back, opens up her back and shoves all the flowers like in her back. She dies. So that was probably the best death of the entire movie. Or when the mummy, you know how like when someone gets mummified, they take that hook and shove it up someone's nose and swizzle it all around, and they rip out the brains throughout the nose. They really did that back in the day. Getting mummified it hurt. Or I would imagine that it hurt. Because I remember learning about ancient Egypt in school and shit. And I was like, I'd be like, look, just stab me. Just shoot me. Don't mummify me, you know? Fears wants it quick and easy. Mummifying someone is like the worst thing that can happen to you. Or one of the worst things that happen to you. So the mummy grabs this guy, lifts him up onto the refrigerator, takes this coat hanger, bends the coat hanger down to like grab the brain, and he shoves it up the guy's nose, pulls the brains out, and then you see all the blood like fall on his like legs and on his toes. And I was like, damn, that guy's fucked. So that's probably the best death of the entire movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys have never, I'm sorry, it's upside down. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you guys have never seen this, I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Wasn't a perfect 10 because I didn't like the gargoyle story. That one to me was just boring. But so that's the gargoyle story. That one I had no interest in. But the cat story was good. The mummy was good. And then the kid escaping from the dungeon and killing the witch story was really good. So 9 out of 10. Lots of cameos from celebrities. Christian Slater was in this. I think that's how... Wait, is that his name? Hang on. Christian Slater. And he's like super young in it. So I don't know if it was his first film, but it was one of his first films. And Christian Slater was big in the 80s and 90s. I haven't seen him in a movie in quite a long time. I think he still acts. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to give it a big thumbs up. 9.5. Watch it. All right. Fears watched the remake of Psycho. Pretty damn good. And the reason why I like it so much is because they shot it shot for shot. Did they really need to make this? No, because the original Psycho is fucking brilliant. But what they did with this is they kind of updated it. The old one is shot in black and white. Obviously, this one's shot in color. They did change. They made one big change. You know the classic Norman Bates house? Well, they changed the house, which is fine. I don't care about that. I will say the old house is a million times more creepier than the house that they changed. Vince Vaughn did a pretty good job as Norman Bates. And then I don't recall this actor, but he plays the private investigator. He was in Jurassic Park 3. He's a good actor. I forgot his name. Let's see if I can find it. I think his name is William Macy. I think that's his name, William Macy. So, as far as remakes go, they pretty much shot it shot for shot. So, I don't know why they made this, because it's the same damn movie as the black and white one. They just kind of updated it. So instead of having like vintage cars in it, like the old one did, they just updated the cars, updated the wardrobe. The only change they made was the house, and then the rest of it they shot it dialogue for dialogue, shot for shot. So it's going to be a quick review. So if you like the old one, which I love the old Psycho, Anthony Perkins all the way. He was a very good actor, and he also directed. So if you like the old one, you'll like the remake. So the remake, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10 because it's the same damn shit as the 60s black and white one. I think they made it in the they either made the first Psycho in the 50s or 60s. I can't remember. The film school buff, Fears needs to get more buffed up on some of his movies, because being a film buff, I should know when they made Psycho. I know Alfred Hitchcock directed it. I just can't remember if it was made in the 50s or 60s, but it was around there. But 9 out of 10. You can check it out if you want to. You don't have to, because it's the same damn movie as, the old one. So I would refer everybody to the old one, because this one is the same damn shit, just they upgraded it, they modernized it to today's audience. But you don't have to watch this because it's an exact duplicate copy, except for that one change on the house. That's it. So you can watch it if you want, but watch the black and white one. Genius! Alright. And last, but certainly not least, Fears recently got this bad boy. Good find. Before work, I watched episode 1. Jar Jar Binks. Wow. Why? Why do we have to have Jar Jar Binks? Not necessary. So besides Jar Jar, episode 1 actually is pretty good. Like, the Sith Lord, the apprentice, Darth Maul, great fucking villain. Dual fucking lightsaber. You get to see a young Obi-Wan Kenobi as an apprentice. Qui-Gon, I will say, I wish Qui-Gon didn't die. But Qui-Gon did die, because Qui-Gon is like a kick-ass, cool character and fucking Jedi. So, that's probably besides Jar Jar and Qui-Gon dying, those are the only two things I hate about episode 1. But, besides those two things, and I don't hate Qui-Gon, I like Qui-Gon, I just wish he wouldn't have died. So, Fears is going to give it, because of those two things I don't like, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good, though. But basically, it's about the start. It's the origins. It's the start of the story. You don't really find out much about Anakin's dad. You just find out that Anakin's mom, raised him. She did everything, and then Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan kind of noticed Anakin's got quick reflexes, and he's like, this kid would make a great Jedi, So, I enjoyed it besides those two things. Thank God. No more Jar Jar. Please. Vision says, seems like most people hated the remake. I liked it. I liked it too, Visions, and really, I don't even know if you could call a Psycho a remake, because they shot it shot for shot. The only thing that they did, the changes, they did change the house. They changed the house. They changed the wardrobe because they wanted it for today's society. And they took out all the old-fashioned cars because the first one was shot in the 50s or 60s. And they just used cars of today, and that is it. But the hotel looks the same. And those creepy stairs that come down off the house, because the house and those creepy stairs leading up to the house is behind the hotel. But the Norman Bates Motel sign is the same. The hotel is the same. The only thing, the stairs are the same. So I don't even know if you could call it a remake, because they shot it shot for shot. I mean, I looked. And they even say, I've never watched the making of it, and they said we wanted to shoot it shot for shot, and they said we made very minor changes, and the minor changes is the things that I just said. But they said we didn't change the story. He goes, the biggest change we did they said, since it's kind of a remake, they said, let's change the house to a modern house of today. Because if you look at the old Norman Bates house, it's a very old house, like from the 30s or 40s or whatever. So, I don't even know if you can call it a remake, but whatever this is, I actually liked it too, Vision, so I agree with you. I did like it. I like both. The only Psycho movie I don't like is, well, I like certain scenes. I don't like it as a whole. But you know, Fears, I'm going to eventually get it because I need to complete the collection. I can't be one of those people. My OCD will kick in. If I have Psycho the remake, Psycho from the 60s, Psycho 2, and Psycho 3, I couldn't just leave it alone. I would have to have the fourth one to complete the collection. But as a whole, the fourth one sucks. There's only a couple scenes in the fourth one that I actually like. 2 is good. I've never watched 3. That's why I bought 3. Because I've never watched 3, so I can't wait to watch 3. And I've watched 2, but it's been a long time. So I'm actually really looking forward to watching Psycho 3. But I'm eventually going to get Psycho 2 and Psycho 4 to complete the collection. So yeah. They say that Jar Jar was created for the children viewers, and I can see that. I can see that, Visions. But I was a kid when the movie came out, and I hated him. I was an older kid. I was an older kid, Visions, because I'm older than you. But don't feel bad, buddy. I hated Jar Jar too. Qui-Gon's the fucking man. Anakin's awesome. Obi-Wan Kenobi's awesome. Darth Maul is one of the coolest villains. He's not my favorite Sith villain, but he's one of my favorite. I thought the dual lightsaber was fucking cool. Nothing against Jar Jar, it just is he's too goofy for Star Wars. You know, I don't want to fucking hate on him, but I just do not like the character. If they would have made him maybe a little bit more serious, then maybe, but as a whole, the only 2 things I didn't like about Episode 1 is that Qui-Gon is such a smart, wise, father figure mentored to Obi-Wan. It sucks that he died, you know? So I didn't like that, and I didn't like Jar Jar. But besides those 2 things, that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. But besides that, the actual story is really good. So George Lucas, you get the big thumbs up from Fears. Fears Man approved. That's right. So, cheers to that. Well, that's going to sum it up for today, guys. But as always, let's go to the wall, and Fears will select a movie. Let's go to the wall, and because there's a bunch of gems over there that I have not watched. I try to knock out the wall before the TV shows, but I'm in the process of watching stuff from the wall, and now that the Blu-ray Knight Rider is done, Fears is going to, because I don't think they put Little House on the Prairie on Blu-ray. I don't think so. If they do, eventually I'll get it. I've been enjoying Little House on the Prairie. They don't make TV shows like that. Good old wholesome family American TV shows. I remember, my mom would go off to work, and my grandma or my aunt would babysit me, and Fears would, just arch his little way on the floor and turn on the old tube and watch some Incredible Hulk, 70s style, some Knight Rider, some Little House on the Prairie. I'll be honest, I never saw Airwolf or Street Hawk growing up as a kid. So, and this just shows you how crazy this is. When everybody thought Matman was normal, boy, were we wrong. But whenever Matman was semi-normal at the beginning, because at one point he was kind of normal, and then he just fucking veered off to the right. I remember one day I had like 7 people in a show, and Matt said, "Oh, Fears, if you like Knight Rider, you'll love Airwolf." I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. And I was like, what's Airwolf? I actually really do love Airwolf, and I still need to watch Street Hawk. I've watched 1 episode of Street Hawk. It's up there. So eventually I'll get to Street Hawk. And then I found Automan by myself. So, but yeah. So eventually I'll get to all the TV shit and then working on that. So let's go to the wall, my friends. Let's go to the wall. All right. All right. Oh, my Lord. So many selections. You know what? I think I'm going to go with a little John Carpenter action. All right. I'm gonna go with this. So, I'm going to go with John Carpenter's Village of the Damned. So, I haven't seen it yet. I've heard of it. But I think that's what we're going to go with tonight. So, we'll see. I don't understand why all these children have red, glowing eyes. But I guess we'll find out. So, there's that. And then I'm going to select one more. Child's Play 3. So, I'm either going to get to both of those or one of those. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I know I did. Big shout out to the fans. Like I said, send me and Randall fan mail, and Randall will respond. You know the Fears man will respond. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Fears is going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to get to work on some videos because I haven't uploaded a video in quite a while. Tonight I'm also going to do some TikToks before I mosey on off to work because I haven't done I've done some TikTok. I did 2 TikToks with Randall when he was here, but me personally, I haven't done a TikTok in a while, so I'm going to do some TikToks tonight. So there it is. All right. Well, that'll about sum her up. So tonight, Fears is going to watch a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So, there we are. Well, I'm headed off, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is channel number 2. Follow my buddy, the Sega Camp Gamer, and Wear Camp at Sega Camp 22 on Twitch. Follow Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021. That's the main channel. Follow his second channel, Part Deuce, the Mayor of Magic. Follow Pixel, Lord Pixel, King of the Pylons. And follow Richie, Lord Richie, at Richie Wright. So there we are. I try to give out some plugs to all my friends almost every day, or pretty much every day. All right. Well, I'm taking off, but Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And God bless, and I'll see you later. Peace.